Howdy there, Chimp Champ. Welcome back to my great manga war. Hopefully you are a fantastic day today. And today, we will be having the discussion topic on Kaguya-sama, Love is War, Volume 2. Let's jump into it. Kaguya-sama, Love is War. It's still, like, honestly, if I could put into words how much I love this series, it would be impossible. But like oh my word! So this volume is so good. It's so good. Oh my goodness! In this one, they made one of the cool things about it I really enjoyed about it was they actually did stuff with the student council this time. Rather than just sitting in the room, they went around and did some more stuff, which that was super cool. They had to do a French exchange student like thing. Some French students were coming over to Japan, and they had to like set it up and get everything ready for that, and that was super fun. That one was really funny because Shirogane didn't know French very well, so like all the French students were like calling him mean stuff, and Kaguya stepped in with like, "Don't dare, diss him" or whatever. It was it was so great. In this one, we get to see a lot more stuff happen with Kaguya and Shirogane. They get a lot more time together. In this one, which I'm super happy about. For example, phone numbers. He gets his first phone. My man, congratulations, Shirogane, on the phone. And he's like, well, I want to get her phone number, but I'm not going to ask. I'm not going to ask, because of course he's not. And she's like, I want his phone number. I'm not going to ask, because of course she is. And they end up not getting each other's phone number at first. Eventually, after that chapter, though, they do eventually get phone numbers by asking like the normal human being would. And then another one is one of the students were asking for advice. That was so funny because Kaguya... That was with Kaguya, though. It was with Kaguya this time. With the guy from the first volume coming... his girlfriend came back and was asking questions about it. And she met with Kaguya. And it was great. Because Kaguya is like, what do you like about him? And she's like, well, I don't know. And she's like, write it down and stuff. And she was thinking about it. And Kaguya's like, well, is he like this and this and this? And she was like listening to all the stuff she liked about Shirogane, and I was just smiling ear to ear. And I'm like, oh my goodness, this is so sweet and cute. Oh, it's great. Another one was the Suggestive Magazine one, which I thought was hilarious. The Suggestive Magazine, it's like a teen magazine where they're like, oh, it's the hip and cool stuff. And and in it, according to people in the magazine, 34% of students are doing it. And Kaguya's like, oh, that must mean kissing. And she's like, oh, I do it to my brother, my sister, my cousin, my uncle, And they're just sitting there all horrified, like, what in the world's going on? She does all this? And she's like, oh yeah, Chika does it to her dog too. And she's like, don't throw me into this. I do not. And then Shirogane's like, oh my goodness, what's going on? And he's like, wait. She's sheltered. She's like, do you know what doing it means? And she's like, of course, it means kissing. And he's like, and he gets up, and then Chika's like, no, I got this. And then like she has to explain it to her, and she's like, oh my goodness, 34% of people doing it. It's just really, really funny. And that's all I can say about this volume, is that it takes what was so well in the first volume and keeps adding it up and making it better and better. It just, man, it's so good. It's so freaking good. Love it so much. And then finally, we get a little bit more of Shirogane, and him being a little bit of a scaredy cat. He has a bug problem. He's very afraid of bugs to the point where he is scared of the word C because it stands for cockroach. And he's like, oh my goodness, a bug. And he's like, crud, I don't want to deal with it. And then Kaguya's like, oh my goodness, this is the perfect time to like hug him and like make him feel something for me. And she's like, help me. And he's just all buzzed out because he's like, there's a bug. Oh. And it's great. And then another one was the cat ears. And we find out that both of them like cats. And when you put two great things together, like they get like a cuteness overload, which was super sweet. And yeah, that's everything that happened in this volume. And man, it's so good. It's so good. So good. Loved this volume so much. In my opinion, my favorite part of this volume was probably when Kaguya is trying to text Shirogane for the so them can meet up and go shopping. That one was really fun, really interesting, and very character development wise. Yeah, such a fantastic volume, and I cannot wait to talk to y'all about the next volume, which is volume 3, which is gonna be so good. Oh my word! But yeah, those are my thoughts and opinions of Kaguya-sama Love is War Volume 2. What are your thoughts and opinions on this volume? What is your favorite battle that happened in this arc? Who should have won? Should have these? Should they have gone differently? Which one is your favorite character? Let me know in the comments below. And with that, my friend, thank you for watching. Hopefully you're having a fantastic day. And as always, go out there and read some manga, my beautiful, beautiful Chip Champ.